What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Joe, the Juggernaut, Joyce. Get this. Joyce states that it's annoying that Dubois, Hrgovic, ahead of me in the world title queue. Olympic silver medal winner Joyce is less than a week away from his scheduled showdown with Chinese giant Zhilei Zhang. Joyce, 15-0 with 14 KOs, will defend his WBO interim heavyweight title against Zhang on Saturday night. A victory would place Joyce in line for a mandatory crack at the Unified World Championship champion Usyk. Usyk has already been ordered to make a mandatory against the WBA regular Daniel Dubois. Both sides have already begun negotiations to have a showdown in the summer. Joyce holds a knockout win over Dubois. His former foe gets the quicker title crack as a result of mandatory schedule agreements between the sanctioning organizations. The winner of Usyk versus Dubois will likely have to make a mandatory defense against the IBF top man, Filip Hrgovic. The big puncher is not overly pleased that his world title opportunity is potentially at least a year away. He states, it's annoying. It's really annoying that Dubois is ahead of me and Hrgovic as well. It's out of my control and unfortunate, but fortunately for Dubois to come off a devastating loss to me and then be before me in the selection for the undisputed title shot, only in boxing would this stuff happen. Not really surprises me, or nothing really surprises me. I'm just patient and I'll get my shot. If I just keep on beating these guys, then I'll get the world title. I'm in a good position, and it's exciting times. There are plenty of good fights out there. I will get there eventually. I'm right there. So it's a matter of time. I got confidence in my ability, and I'll deliver when I fight. It's going to be quite hard stopping me. Those are the words of Joe the Juggernaut Joyce, and let me counterpunch. He is absolutely right. Only in boxing do you see some shit like that. And I don't think really it's Filip Hrgovic he should be worried about, because Filip Hrgovic fought Zhang, to be fair, first. So they should be first in queue. But then what the hell is Dubois doing there? And I think he fought after all those other, no, it was Joyce last. So it was Hrgovic and Zhang first. Hrgovic won the decision. Then it was Daniel Dubois, right? Then it was Joyce, right? I could be wrong. Matter of fact, it was, yeah. Daniel Dubois was at the very end. So let me rephrase that, okay? Let me correct it. First, it was Zhang and Hrgovic. Then it was Joyce and Joseph Parker. Then it was Daniel Dubois, and then he goes first. Yeah, that is some weird, strange shit. It really is. But at the end of the day, this is boxing, the sport that I love, that I hate so much. But I think Joyce should focus his focus and really shut his mouth, because a lot of times, like Deontay Wilder said, and a lot of people say, speak it, believe it, receive it. And I think the more you speak about something, the more you give life to it, the more you put energy into it, the more you focus on it. And I think that he should be only concerned about fighting Zhilei Zhang. Because if people thought Zhilei Zhang beat Hrgovic, that means Zhilei Zhang may come in a bit hungrier than people think he was, before. Look at Jermaine Franklin. Why do you think Jermaine Franklin was so hungry? Because a lot of people, believed, a group of people believed that he won that decision. So that made him even that much hungrier. So what does that mean? Zhilei Zhang may have the same spirit as Jermaine Franklin, coming in there throwing bombs, ready to prove a point, ready to knock someone out. And a guy like Joyce is not a guy that's going to run. He's not going to fold. He's not going to elude. No, he's coming in and he's going to be shrewd. Bars. He's going to come in ready to fight, and I think Zhilei Zhang is too. So I think Joyce, since he is in a good position, he needs to focus on keeping the damn position. Is it right? Hell to the no, it's not right. But here's just what it's at. This is where we're at. We're at the first will be last and the last will be first. That's where we're at. Due to corruption and other bullshit, the way it's in a queue and all this, that, and the other. It's all BS. But Joyce needs to worry about Zhilei Zhang. He'll be fighting him on the 15th. Yes, I will be live because I want to see these two big guys bang. But I say this to be real and honest. A lot of times when you're expecting that guy to move to that next level, I think that guy that's trying to move to that next level, a lot of times he don't. And that has a lot to do with taking your eye off the ball. See, people haven't talked a lot about Zhilei Zhang. They just thought that he beat Hrgovic. You don't really hear anything else. Can he take, or can Joyce take his shots? Can he absorb those shots like he's Bishop from fucking X-Men or X-Force? Can he do that with Zhilei Zhang? That's the $100 million question. Or can Zhang bang him up? Can he hurt him like he did Hrgovic? Right? So it's a lot of things that we need to figure out. But one thing I've learned about boxing in general, you cannot, absolutely cannot overlook any fighter. You cannot take a fighter for granted. You cannot take a light touch on a fighter. He will take you out because he has boxing gloves on and he's trained just like you to put you down or out. Okay? So where Joyce is talking about it's not fair and I'm frustrated, you need to turn that frustration into fucking ass-kicking energy to get Zhilei Zhang out of there, and then we may hear you piss and moan about that or complain about that later on. But please, get the job done first, because you're sitting around saying, oh man, it's frustrating looking at another fighter and his opportunity when you may be overlooking your opportunity. And it happens all the time. It's called envy, people. Envy. That's the direct definition of envy. You want what somebody has because you feel that you deserve it. Even if he feels he deserves it, he still wants what someone else has instead of respect his own position. He's saying, well, I'm in a good position now. Cool. Respect it, bruv. Respect it, because that's how that shit goes. You got Hrgovic is with Sauerland and Eddie Hearn, boss promoters. You have Daniel Dubois, a lot younger, destined or having more potential to do more than someone 37, 38, like Joyce. There you go. So it's politics in this boxing game. And like he said, like he knows, he can't do anything about it. So if I was Joyce, I would be focused on the guy that I get to fight, a guy that people thought that was robbed, a guy that can punch like the Dickens, and a guy that wants to be great. And he's older, just like Joyce. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Joyce stating he's annoyed and frustrated because the guy that he beat gets an opportunity before him to fight Usyk, along with another guy that he feels that he needs the opportunity against. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!